Hey, pilots! Welcome to another exciting episode of War Robots Domination, a series of helpful gameplay tutorials designed to help highlight the tactics and strategies that I use to help tip the scales of my favorite game, War Robots. Each episode will feature a handful of battles along with helpful commentary that'll provide insight as to what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. I'm your host, Gotchure Beacons, and I've been playing this awesome game for a few years now, and I've learned a few tricks along the way that I'd love to share with y'all. You'll notice that although my hangar is fairly basic and at lower levels, I've been able to climb it up to Expert League. So I believe that you'll find my tactics will help you do more with less, which can be very helpful with today's economy in the game. I should also mention that this is my second account, so don't let my career profile stats fool you. This is actually my baby account, but it sends a great message to pilots who feel they need to chase the current meta in order to be competitive in battle, because you don't. Wise gameplay can usually overcome any fancy gimmick. A death button is a great example. It can still melt just about any build, and its heritage stems all the way back to nearly the beginning of the game. It's all about knowing when to use it and how to use it. So, without further ado, I invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy today's episodes while I walk you through my gameplay tactics and share with you my mindset in battle. I hope you find it entertaining, helpful, and fun to watch. I think you will. I'm going to call this battle The Closer, and you'll definitely understand if you stick around to the end, guys. Enjoy my friends in the background as they play their super cool song, November. I'll put a link to their website on the description of this episode. All right, guys, so we're in Shenzhen. It's one of my favorite maps. It's an interesting map. It's a closed map, though. Not a lot of long-range line of sight, so I don't put in the open map with Major Payne, my beautiful Zeus Fury. You know, he does a good job of getting the lay of the land at the first half of the battle. Well, that really only works in an open map deck where he can have be able to monitor 2 or 3 beacons, and he can't. So I got this closed map deck and open up with Mjolnir. Mjolnir is my Phantom. He's got a set of rhymes on him with a Scourge, and he basically comes in, does a little bit of damage, then does his little reset and goes back to the beginning. You know, I'm all about beacon management. Right now, the panicometer is not looking too good. We got the 4 beacons to 1, and I'm here with 2 or 3 reds, so I don't know where the rest of my mates are, but they ain't capping beacons. Well, I can't panic too much yet. There's a guy jumping in to help me, and there he goes, and I'm still around. Well, I'm calling this battle The Closer. You know what a closer is, right? A closer is a person who is skilled at bringing a business transaction to a satisfactory conclusion. And I've got one of those, and I'll show you who he is here in a bit. But right now, I open up with Mjolnir. Now, Mjolnir does do a similar job that the Major Payne does, because he can go in and basically pepper down guys that are around a beacon and, you know, do his best to kind of take these guys out. This is a suicide run. I'm going to go ahead and make it. It's worth it because I'm going to take that guy out, because with him out, now my bait over there can go ahead and cap that beacon. And I'm going to take in Buzzkill. This is my Spark Scorch Bender. He buzzes and he kills you, and he really does. And look at this boneyard in the center here. Everyone's been going at it big time. But that was that Raven that just helped me over there, and he's gone. I'm still around, but I'm going to be gone here soon. But not before I cap that one balloon. That was important. Now, when I see the battle is pretty cooking along, and I see we're starting to catch back up, I put in Diablo. Diablo is the closer. You know, if you've seen me play even half a dozen games, you know I usually end with this guy. I don't open up. He's not a good opener, you know. I've heard a lot of people who like to watch me play my Diablo, and they like the idea of a Loki, and they go, yeah, I open up with my Loki. I'm like, no, that's not really how you do it. But hey, play how you want. Diablo is a closer. You know, he does bring the game to a satisfactory conclusion. By no stretch of the imagination. He's definitely one of the best beacon managers, in the battle. And when you open up with him, it's too risky because there is a lot of danger out there. There is a lot of things that can take a Loki out. And it seems like as the battle wages on, those guys are too focused on combat. And it allows Diablo to do his magic. See how those guys are marching into the center? Well, while they're marching into the center, I'm grabbing their home beacon. Now, there's a guy or two, going to be a red or two that is going to be after me. And obviously, if that was a blitz or a phantom with low-hanging weapons, that would hurt me. But those guys usually open up, and because they're opening up, they're already dead. Now, what happened? Those two big ones that walked in the center, they got pelted, they got killed by my team, and it allowed me to leverage that. Now I'm going to go back and grab it, and then I'm going to go over here and grab this one. I'm running around so quickly they can't catch up to me, and it really does work out. Look at this guy, he's going to try to get me, but now we're at a 5-capper. See how Diablo's a closer here? He's not an opener, he's a closer. He's making he's a skilled closer. Now I'm going to go over here, he's done his job. Now I'm going to go over here and do my little trademark move. I'm going to come right into their face, take off my stealth so they can see who the closer is. Yep, that's right, guys. Diablo is a closer for sure. He's a skilled. He's got a skill at bringing in these business transactions to a successful conclusion for sure. He's my favorite little guy to end with. You hardly ever see me mech out with him. He's usually all the way to the end once I hop into him. But he is definitely my closer, and he does a fantastic job. That's why I got him everything. Great pilots on both sides. If you see your name, thanks for the game. Peace out, guys. I'm going to call this battle Setting Traps. And I'm going to explain why as I go along here. Guys, enjoy my friends in the background and status as they play their awesome song, Woodish, one of my favorites. All right, guys, so this is Canyon, big open map. So I'm going to put my open map deck in here. This is Major Pain. He's my beautiful Zeus Fury. And what he can do is from this one spot here, he can, basically chip away at the reds that are going into the center. To the beacon behind me, obviously, is pretty well protected now. And the beacon to the right or the left, I can actually get line of sight. Right now, in Canyon, this center beacon is the hot one. And it looks like my mates are doing a pretty good job of spreading around and capping beacons. And I also see that, I've tagged a couple of these reds pretty good. 3 Zeuses, even at level 9, should take a pretty good chunk out of someone, unless they're really, leveled up. And I'm seeing quite a bit of bots out there that can take quite a bit of damage. Now, a lot of those are the Phantoms, and, when they're, in their rush mode, and if you got a blitz also, they're really durable. They can actually take those kind of hits. So it gets pretty tricky. I've climbed into champs with this account. It also means that most of the battles I see are going to be mostly champs. Every once in a while I'll get one of those wonky ones where actually I'm the top league guy, where everyone else is either masters or experts. But with the level 6 bots and level 9 weapons, that means I'm in with people that are actually the same size as me, and I'm not fighting in over my head. Well, when you're in a battle where you are in over your head, like I certainly am in now, if I try to rush up and try to overtake people with power, couldn't do it. This is not the way I'm going to be able to participate in this battle. Now, I have lots of really powerful players on my team, pilots on my team that have, ramped their hangers up to the point where, they can one punch knock you out. And so same with on their side. So I'm gonna have to just mind my P's and Q's and maintain this, this guarded position here and see how long I can ride this one out. Now, again, that means I'm doing something, but I'm not doing as much as, they are, but I don't want to run up and get mech'd out right away. And, as long as I can kind of hold at this position and at least, burn people down that are going into center as much as possible, I'm at least helping my team, doing some damage, and I'm going to be around to the end. And that's sometimes important too, because you don't know who else you got in your team. Well, there goes Major Pain, and it's, halfway in. So this is Whiz Bang, and I put mags on him, and they're really fun, little pew-pews. My goal is always to maintain the beacons. I mean, look at that. They're climbing back. They're almost at a 4-to-1 beacon advantage. We were up. They were there up. Panicometers still looking kind of good in our area, but they're having a pretty strong push right now against us. And I don't want to let this slip away, because you never know. Sometimes your team isn't really going for beacons as much as you think. And whoa, that was one shot. Well, I'm going to go ahead and lay a trap. A trap is really just designed to help suck in a few reds away from the center, because right now center, they've got it owned, and we need to get it back. We were doing pretty good. So this little trap right here is going to snag a few bots from the center, from a few reds, and it won't last long, but it doesn't take long. All we need to do is lighten the load at the center there. Watch what happens. See how they all left the center and allowed our men now to get settled in. With a good, strong team like we have, once we have center pretty well positioned, we can hold it really good. But I had to just clear out a few reds from that position. I'm not saying that won the battle, but it allowed us to regain a positional advantage on the battlefield that it's going to be a hard time for the reds to recover from. Because again, I don't know if everyone on my team is really, really working hard for all the beacons. I think some are going mainly for damage, which is fine too, because when you thin out the herd, it's going to make it easy to have a domination. But if you've got someone on your team that's doing all that kind of damage, and they're really focused on reds and not beacons, well, what do you make sure you're leveraging that. Make sure you're taking advantage of that weakness that they're getting, just like my team took advantage of that little gap I was able to create with the trap I set at the far end. When you're going to set a trap, by the way, it's got to be way far away at a remote place. Take them out of the area, and then that way, because I can't take them out, but I can still pull them out of the area and allow that little advantage to manifest itself for our guys. And now we got that position. They're starting to mech out finally here, and we got this one 4-1 now. Look at that. Boom. Nice little trap setting. Make sure you guys think about that when you're in over your head. What other ways can you, help the team? Look at this. We got the guy with 17 kills and over 4 million damage. I mean, he's a stud, right? But he didn't cap one beacon. But that's okay, because, means you got to rely on other people to do their capping, and you work together as a team. So make sure you're out there looking for traps to set if you have to look at that way of winning. Great pilots on both sides. If you see your name, thanks for the game. Peace out. I'm going to call this battle Lessons Abound. And oh man, if you're a student like me of this game, you're going to love this battle. All right, guys, this is, enjoy my friends in the background and status as they play their epic song War. Perfect for this battle. Oh my gosh, this is Beacon Rush, guys, and I opened up with Frick. I always do, because his double jump allows him to usually capture that middle center beacon, the neutral one, faster than anything else. And as long as we grab that one, that's all I'm trying to do. If I can get a few more kills out of him, great. But as I saw my team was right in behind me, I didn't need to stick around there. I'm always managing the beacons. That's what you gotta do on Beacon Rush. Now, I have level 6 bots and level 9 weapons, guys. I'm in champions now, and I haven't dropped out yet. And it is very tough to make these builds last, but I don't have to make them last. I just have to use effective strategies and tactics as I play. This is not my original account. This is my baby account, guys. I've been here for 4 years. I've learned a whole lot of lessons, and I'm calling this one Lessons Abound. That first lesson, in Beacon Rush, you rush out right away and get it. The second lesson, always take advantage of an easy kill, like that one there. Third lesson, when you spawn in where you're going to be the most effective. Not necessarily in with your groups, but where the reds are threatening one of your beacons. Don't let them take it back over. That's an important portal. That's a portal where your men can come in and file in and hold that area secure. This is Loki, by the way. This is Diablo. He's my Loki. He's a puppet master. Now, here's what I'm doing. I want to get this one, but what I'm trying to do, there we go. I'm laying traps right now. Here's a trap. This is a red trap, because when I turn this beacon blue, I know they have to come in. They have to come in and get it back. They know it's important not to do it. So what's going to happen? Now, look at it's like a red trap. Look at them all surrounded here. It's like it sucked them all in, like moth to a flame. They're here trying to get it back. It's so important to them, and I know it. So by being here, I know that it's going to get a bunch of reds around me. By pulling reds around me, I am, allowing the rest of my mates to have a little bit of a power play around the rest. Here's another little lesson. They can't see me behind them. I can tippy-toe right behind them. That guy walked out of the circle. This Ravana had to chase after me. Remember, he's after me right now. If he's after me, he's not after anyone else. Now, I'm watching the panicometer. That's another lesson, guys. You always have to have your eye on the beacon bar. And if you see that your mates aren't really, thriving around the battlefield, you need to take steps. So I climbed out of the area. Why? Just to get that guy off my back, to come back here. And now I'm going to rattle him again a little bit here. Get this one neutralized again. That's all part of the lessons that you learn in this game, guys. Always think about what you can do to gain a positional advantage on the battlefield, one way or another. Hey, look at that. I didn't even shoot that guy. That's another lesson. If I shot him, he could have respawned right back in here, but he didn't. But I didn't shoot him, so he didn't know I was here, and allowed me to cap this one. Now I've got this blue. We've got a 3 capper. That's important. And this is also a portal where my men could file in, help to maintain, a positional advantage and swarm this backyard here. I'm going to just keep circling around this guy. Again, here's a trap I've laid, guys. Now I'm going to hop into my Titan. Why? Because I want to fry these guys. I'm going to see if I can't do something. I might have been able to do that dance for a little longer, but I didn't see my mates coming in, and I want to try to make a difference here. So I hopped into my Titan. Didn't last him very long. Now I'm going to hop back in right here again to try to hold this one. Guys, you got to let these things simmer. As I've told you before, there's another lesson in this battle. This battle abounds in lessons. This game abounds in lessons, guys. Always keep your antennae up. So this is Buzzkill. He buzzes, then he kills you. My little Mjolnir wasn't able to do much over there, but he held those reds there for a little bit longer. Now this is Buzzkill. He buzzes, then he kills you. And he is a tough little brawler. He's going to come over here. I'm going over after this beacon. I need to get this guy up here. I'm Buzzkill. I buzz, then I kill you. Didn't even not a problem with you, buddy. Now, watch this. Here's another great lesson. I'm going to try to get this one. It's neutralized. Watch how this guy. Yeah, you think I'm done, right? Here's another lesson. There's games abounds in lesson. Look at this Red Ming right now. Look what he's trying to do. He leaves a liberated beacon. Now the beacon bar, look at that beacon bar. If I was him, I'd be panicking right now. Look at the panicometer. His eye is not on the panicometer. His eye is on getting more damage. He's trying to mech us out. Good luck, buddy. And what's happening is look at the panicometer. Look at how the beacon bar. It is still dropping on both sides. Woo! Here's another lesson. Look where I land. Right on top. Focusing on the beacons, guys, is what wins games. It's what gains honor points. It's what wins the battles, guys. This is how you play the game. You don't have to mech them all out. You don't have to spend a lot of money to buy a $3,000 Ming. It doesn't take that, guys. It just takes wise tactics, and that's what I share with you every single day. Thanks for stopping by. If you see your name, thanks for the game. Peace out. Well, friends, that just about wraps it up for another episode. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed what you saw and were able to take something you learned and use it in battle. I add content to my YouTube channel on a regular basis, so if you like what you see, please tap on the subscription button and then tap the bell to be notified when new episodes are released. Or just click on an old episode and maybe catch another tip that'll help you up your game. Also, Discord is a great way to connect with other amazing pilots, keep up on the latest news, and learn more ways to improve your gaming experience. Without question, one of the best Discord servers out there is War Robot's Master Pilots. Managed by some of the best pilots in the game today, it features a robust list of informational, tutorial, and informative channels to cover anything and everything related to this awesome game. So definitely take a moment to click on the link in the description of this episode and check them out. Finally, my goal is to provide you all with entertaining and helpful information that'll help reduce the frustration and increase the fun. So if you feel these videos are helping you, please share them with a friend, someone you think might benefit from them. Well, that's about it for today, guys. As always, keep them blue out there, and I hope to see you on the battlefield. Just make sure you're having fun, because if you're not, you're doing it wrong. I love you all for your support. Play well. Peace out.